Okay. So I wanted to give more feedback on this, since the comment alone was not or I don't say it's not enough. It didn't really give me a good description of what I want to talk about. So here's the build. Essentially, like I said, there's no investment at all in damage here. It's just the firearm stability. Or not stability. Firearm spec. Sorry. And then everything else besides that is just mobility stuff. Or generator, which kind of indirectly is mobility. And then I can use the standard version here, just for sake of argument, but it's just a little more damage with a little less impact. And then gills, I got a thing tie with enough energy to support the build, and a FCS that has 700 meter lock on and long range assist. And that's about it. That's all I invested in this build. Essentially, it's just an FCS that has long range assist, and then the 4 weapons. These are just here for the sake of being here. It's just whatever I can to get this build to float. Because I just want a build that's light enough to be able to run the sniper build, but still be heavy enough to actually be able to wield them. Because like I was using before, the Night Heron set was a little too low. And here's the setup I was talking about before. I'm in the description. That's what I was using, and I also have an Ibis. I kept the Scyther build together, and then I have my tank version of the G0 build. Yeah, essentially that's what I played on this patch so far. And as I said, Arena, all but Freelancer. And then sortie wise, I'm currently playing through on the that doesn't show you anything. I'm playing through on the air playthrough and see or the all mines playthrough. And say I have both the other playthroughs done already. Yeah, so this is the 3rd playthrough I'm on currently. So I don't have everything unlocked, or even most things unlocked. Don't even have enough to do most of these. Oops. Wrong one. I don't even have enough to do most of these builds. Most of the, not the standard ones. Yeah, like all of these ones you can see just don't even have the stuff unlocked to run the build if I wanted to. So yeah, so I don't have everything, so I can't speak to the strength of other builds, but at least the ones I've tested so far have, had a certain level that I would call is pretty acceptable. It doesn't like completely and utterly make the mission you're running trivialized as a whole. Like it's definitely some ones where it's quite strong, but yeah, they're not this obnoxious. So I wanted to show this off here. So Watchpoint, this is the ultimate version. This is the all-in version that I just tested this out on. The reason I wanted to go here was because I wanted to test, because I'm not sure if Balteus gains more health on the 2nd version, so there you go. Also, this version of the mission has more enemies in this area and the next area, as well as Sulla Fight. And then just one tap, one tap, one tap. Oh! Okay. I trolled. Okay. But yeah, speaking of not playing correctly, let me do this.
If anyone sees you, handle it.
That.
Intruder sighted. It's just one AC. Who are they with?
Essentially just the.
That later. Engaging.
Essentially just completely. Oh, cool. Nice. And then you just manual aim that.
Go 7-8. Requesting backup.
Like, it's not even like actually manual aiming, I'm literally just hitting that from outside of my lock-on range. And just see, ignoring all the missiles that I'm just eating to the face here.
Enemy squad destroyed. Move on to the next area.
Missiles, lasers, you see just one tap, one tap. I think that guy's one tap, yeah. There's one more enemy, I think, right? No, it is not. Yeah, it must be up here. Come here. Nice. Cool, and then you can literally just do the same thing I just did. 1 tap,
Where did that AC come from? What happened to
2 tap. Alright,
Zone 1A. All units
no sniper cannons even in this area at all. Those guys aren't even aware of my existence yet. Okay, like those guys didn't get to play. I mean, they just do this. Yep. Yeah. Like, there you go. Some insane gameplay they're really getting to experience here.
You see that? That's the Watchpoint's control center. The target's inside. Make your way in.
There you go.
You. 621, stop. Behind you.
Ooh, nice.
I'll be coming for you next. First, the dog.
Alright. There you go. You just ignore Sulla. Sulla's not a real enemy. Oh, okay. We'll put it away. Oh. There he is. Yep. That's an enemy, supposedly. Sulla, can you stop, my brother? You're mildly inconvenient.
Don't think twice, 621. Kill him before he kills you.
I should have waited. There we go. It's just 5 taps. Just use the bridge for cover here.
618 I killed last.
And then just do this.
Was good. But he had nothing on this one.
Like shit, really much playable. Yeah, if you get like multi-lock missile, you probably do this a lot faster with all these.
You and your dog aren't welcome here.
Yeah, Sulla, I didn't ask, brother. But man, could you just not? You know, you have the option to not do this, right? Alright. Alright. Now that we wasted all that energy to get to me. And just do this instead. Mind you, I'm like doing a poor job of dodging any of his bullshit, but like you can see this shit. Like, look at that shit. That man didn't play the video game. Look how his fucking impact blocked for like half the fucking time I was fighting him.
Forget about them, 621. Back to work.
And again, that's I don't even think that's an obnoxious example. At least he had the ability to like kind of sprint me down with the assault boost. And like if you're actually in a PvP match with other players, you would have the issue because you would have someone who, you know, run you down with like Zimmers and assault boosts like that. But here in PvP, where it's just like just again, that part was even the worst part. This part, I think, upcoming is the worst part, which would be your Balteus fight, which is the point I was making with the comment. Okay, I did a pretty okay job of dodging. Alright, and now watch this boss not be a boss. Okay. Oh, that's his yep. Oh, there's 1/3. Yep, and the normal frame rate drops because, yep. Oh, yeah, this is a boss fight. Yeah, look, I'm literally sitting at like 800 meters. Like, this guy's not even in lockdown range at this point. Like, he didn't even get to play. Like, if you try to melee somebody, he's not getting anywhere near me. That melee's not even close to 500 meters long. Like, that's not gameplay. That's him getting in the fucking, you know. Like, that was not gameplay. That's just my point. It's just a little over the top. There you go. Pair cost 16 grand. Yeah. I mean, I've done better. Don't get me wrong. I've no-hit this before, but like, I've no-hit it while microing the fuck out with a hyper life build. That's the difference. This was me being practically AFK at like 500 something meters. Essentially, like, you know, with a min-max build, it does better as compared to this being like me slapping 4 sniper rifles on a whatever build, and it just does that crazy shit. And I think the damage itself is just way too high because even though like no-hit the boss fight, it's a lot slower than that. Can I bop this guy? Ooh, mainly one time? Mainly two? Oh, I missed. I suck. I'm suffering little skill issues. Oh, I need to stop the second time energy. Nice. And then I'm gonna one tap the legs from here. Like that's gameplay. Don't ask me why. But that's gameplay. Like I manually aimed that shit like 1.2k meters or some shit. Oh, I didn't dodge that. Okay, oops. But yeah, like just the absolute disgusting damage you get out of this. Good.
AC pilot's no rookie. We can't take any chances. Decouple the ring.
There you go, yeah. This is another one that I find is like really obnoxious. If you're wondering why I chose this mission specifically.
Defend the sub-generator.
Mostly because the eye can't even dodge you, first of all, or get close to you at all. The eye is just kind of, you know.
3 to go.
Jesus.
2 to go.
Yeah, like the eye's just not even
For the hardships that made us.
considered, you know, I remember considering whether or not I'm in or out of the range of it.
Just 1 left.
Like it's like literally just being on the fields. Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely played that bad.
Generators destroyed.
Okay, but yeah,
The eye's shield is offline.
like look at this shit.
Now you've got the target.
What the fuck is that damage? Like, literally just 2 hits from each one of the sniper cannons just kills it. I mean, I missed the second tap of the right hand side cannon. I had to use the rifle instead, but still.
Confirmed.
Essentially, again, my complaint here being minimized down to what you get.
It looks like all that energy was sucking up is nowhere to go.
Hell, I don't even say it. The outcome, regardless of what the input is, seems like it's just a little too high on the damage end of it. And I don't know exactly how the weapon's damage scales up over the distance of, you know, essentially 0 meters to 500 meters. But I would say essentially half the scaling. So it gains, so its bottom end and top end are half the distance apart. So say essentially you get 1,000 as the bottom end and 5,000 as the top end. Do like 2,500 to 5,000 instead. That's roughly half. And then just pull down the 5,000 end down further. Does that make sense? So essentially, make the bottom end closer to the top end, and then pull everything back closer to normal with the rest of the weapons in the game. Because again, maybe it's just that I haven't experienced enough of the game yet and got like some of the nastiest combos possible. But for me, that just seems like really insane damage. It just seems like way too much. Again, especially considering the fact that, yet again, the only input I have in here for damage output is simply just your baseline OS tuning, which is gonna just be your kinetic weapon fire. You know all this. These ones are all free. Then I have quick terminal aim and boost kick weapon bay. But the only points I really invested here is gonna be kinetic weapons, you know, explosive part, direct hit modifier, which is these two, which are the only two that apply in this scenario. And then your repair kit, ADS or ACS, and then yeah, access speed. Aside from that, though, I just don't really have any other investment in damage other than just the baseline kinetic and then the overcapped direct hit. Because normally the base game you only have 15, and I invest 3 points instead of 5. But yeah, so since you have 25% on direct hit, 15% on kinetic, and it just does that much damage. So I think it's just a little too much. Because I don't even have like plus physical or kinetic damage on legs, arms, and I think core rolls it too. core and head might roll it too. But yeah, I don't even have any plus physical damage. I probably could make it look even crazier if I got a full kinetic damage build, or like plus impact damage is also a thing I think on just legs, but I'm not 100%. And you could make this look so much more disgusting if you wanted to. Get more optimized skills, maybe get better. I mean, it's not too bad. I guess you'd have to give it one minute just to sort of lock on precision. So that's up to you how much you prefer. But yeah, long lock on range and the lock on distance. Obviously, the only two important parts here. You just want 700 lock on, at least 500 lock on, at least one plus one in lock on distance. But yeah, these like 560-ish like this. So you can actually use the snipers out to the full. Unless you want to manually aim them, which you can absolutely do. Like you saw me manually aiming sometimes, but definitely if you just get like a 7-meter lock on with long range assist and lock on distance, it's just really nice. But yeah, that's all I have to say here. Just seems like the outcome, regardless of what you put into it, seems like a little much. But again, maybe I just haven't explored enough with the mod. Maybe someone else can give me some feedback and tell me if I'm wrong on this thought process. But yeah, I just think that the damage you get as this end result with, again, literally just the base versions of the weapons here. Like I could have used this and made it more, but yeah, just the base version of the Predators and the Deadeyes just seems like way too much for no actual investment. Nothing here damage wise, and yeah, nothing here damage wise either. Just base weapon type. Because you probably get like energy scaling off this, and then find a way to slap like a 180 energy firearm spec 20B on here, and it would just look so gross probably. Because this is I think he adjusted the scaling of the spec. I don't know if it's just melee spec or if it's firearm spec too. Energy firearm spec, sorry. Firearm spec on arms doesn't apply to damage. But yeah, I don't know if you can find an energy one of these, since again I've not explored enough of the game yet. But yeah, if you get plus energy version of these, you probably could just swap the damage type from kinetic to energy. Even do like pistols on your, or you can find uranium build up versions of any of the weapons, if not all of them, with arms with the uranium build up bonus damage, or coral versions with coral build up on core or whatever. Same thing with the energy, you can do core build up energy spec, or the energy uranium, sorry, and just have those just get even more damage bonuses on top. But coral, you wouldn't get as crazy of numbers on the impact procs because they have less direct hit modifier. But I think the Deadeye's got like 200% direct hit. Yeah, 200 direct hit on the Deadeyes, and I think 150, 140 on the Predators. So it's just way too much damage. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the solution is. I'm suggesting the lowering of the swing of the damage. Make the low end higher, make the high end lower, and just kind of bring it more central. That way it doesn't feel like super bad in like 100 meters and below. And it doesn't feel just insanely overtuned over 400 meters. But yeah, that's all I really got here. Anything else I have to say here? No, that's all I got. Yeah. Maybe some people will come here and say, hey, actually, if you fully spec out a build, this is how much damage it does. Okay, then I'm wrong. Absolutely, I could be wrong. But I have not played enough to get enough of the crazy mods to confirm that or deny that. I still haven't beaten Zweihander, so. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Just like to hear somebody put some input here. But all supplies. Everything else seems fine to me. Everything else is cool. But yeah. maybe pull down the direct hit modifiers too. Because again, you saw how much gross damage it is whenever it just, you know, you hit impact proc and you just delete away someone's helper, like Balteus. Like, you saw what happened to Balteus. That boy just vanished through thin air whenever he got impact procced. So, I don't know. Maybe direct hit modifier reduction, or yeah, I don't know. Also, let me say this here too. Maybe it's the me thing, but did the Helianthises get their health like cranked up super high? Because it was the point where this build was the only build that really felt all that good to kill a Helianthus. Like, everything else just felt like it didn't do anything to Helianthus. You just either just got cut down with the missiles or got cut down by them running into you if you run out of energy. So, I'll put that on the end here. Do people also believe that the Helianthuses have a shit ton of health now and are like, I wouldn't say hard to stagger, but I feel like the direct hit modifier on them whenever they do stagger is just non-existent. Like, it feels like I almost don't do any bonus damage when they're staggered, and it just doesn't feel like I can kill them all too well. That's all I have to say, really. That's it. This is kind of lengthy. Sorry for the long video, but here you are. This is a full description of what I think. That way it gives you a better idea of the thoughts and what to do with the information I give you. Alright, cool. Bye.